Hi everyone, Terry Lively here. I've got a really cool machine I wanted to share with you today. If you can see this here, this is the new Axys Rotary, specifically the pin machine called the Valhalla. And if you notice this one, if you've seen some of the other Valhallas, they're chunkier, bigger grips. This specific machine was made with a more tapered grip that is designed for permanent makeup artists. A little bit thinner grip because, you know, most of us in our industry, most of us are women and we have smaller hands. The grip is removable, so you can take it and clean it and autoclave it if you like, or just use Cavicide on it. The really cool feature about this, though, that I wanted to tell you about is the way you can change the stroke on the machine. Now what that means is the stroke controls how hard the machine hits. So if you're lining or shading or color packing like a traditional tattoo artist would, then on the fly you can change the stroke by just turning that little wheel right there, that little round knob there. So it has a stroke. The smallest stroke is 2.5, then it goes all the way up to 4.2. That's the longest stroke. Everything in between, 2.9, 3.4, 3.8. So it really has adjustability for what you're wanting to do. Usually in permanent makeup, most of us are using machines with a stroke that's 2.5 or lower, like a 1.8. Those are some of your permanent makeup, the smaller pins. This is so great because, number one, if I'm working on a client, say I'm doing her, I'm an areola tattoo artist. I do a lot of breast cancer survivors who've had reconstruction. And so when I'm working on a client like that, I want a machine that has a longer stroke, because I'm working in scar tissue, and the skin on the body is different than the skin on the face. So for me personally, when I'm working on doing areola work, I like anything from a 3.8 up to a 4.2 stroke. So the machines that I've been using up to this point have the longer strokes. So let's say I'm doing an areola client, and while she's there, she says, "Hey, do you have some time today? Can you do my eyeliner?" And I say, "Sure, I have plenty of time." And I don't have to break down my machine and set up another machine. I can do this, go down to 2.5, set up my tray for eyeliner, numb her, and I'm ready to go on the fly. So it's a pretty cool feature. This is the first machine that I personally know of that does this. I don't know, there may be others out there, but Axys Rotary has really gone to bat for us and for the permanent makeup artists out there. It's a beautiful machine. It weighs 4.4 ounces. It's not that heavy. I want to give you some of the specs on it here, if you'll bear with me just a minute. 2.5, 2.9, 3.4, 3.8, and 4.2. Those are the adjustments for the strokes of the machine. It is driven by a 10-watt high-torque Swiss-made precision motor. It's fully manufactured and assembled in America. It's constructed of 6061 T6 aluminum and is finished in mil-spec type 2 anodizing. I don't know what all this means, but it's evidently something very good. Again, 5 strokes in one machine, changeable on the fly. It works on a voltage of anywhere from 8 to 14.5 volts. And the motor will start and run to about 3 volts. Now, we had a class this weekend. We were teaching a class with Anita and Bramo, and we were doing a hair stroke class and also a lip class. And we were running hair strokes about 8.5 with this machine. That's voltage. And we were doing shading, light shading, anywhere from 6.5 to 7.5, and it ran great. It's just really nice. It doesn't have a hardly, well, I want to say it doesn't vibrate like crazy. Some machines out there, they're great machines, but they have so much vibration because they're so small or they're not designed well. And when you have that, it's hard to make clean lines when you have a machine that vibrates, you know, super vibrating machine. I'm thinking mostly hair strokes. You know, when you're using a single needle and you're pulling lines and you have vibration, it can just really make that line work really hard for you. So that's another thing I like about this is the low vibration. It's also really quiet. There's no need for maintenance. It's lubricated for life, and it uses a regular RCA connection here. So that's a regular RCA cord. So I am going to stop this video for just a second, and I want to plug it in and put some grip tape on it and turn it on so you can hear it. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my machine here now. I put a little grip tape on it, and I'm going to turn it on for you so you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's a super quiet hum. Again, it's very low vibration, which is nice. When you're working all day on people, it's just nice at the end of the day not to have a machine that vibrates like crazy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is put a needle in it and show you a little bit of shading with it. This is a quadrant single needle. And I've got my real skin here, which is right now the best tattooing practice skin that we have, I think, personally. Let me get this where you can see it. And for single needle shading, I kind of want to go pretty low on my power and turn it down to 7. And I've got some permablend pigment here. And I'm going to just do some light quick whip shading. Let me bring my needle in a little bit. Now, right now I have my stroke setting on 2.5. And let's just take a look at that and see what it looks like. Ooh, nice and soft and pixelated. Let me move this so you can see a little better. This is not diluted pigment. This is just straight color. And you can just slowly build color that way. So this grip is pretty slim, which I like. It's very comfortable in my hands, and I have fairly small hands, as you can see. Okay, so that's a nice soft shading. I'm not going to waste your time here and do a full eyebrow. It would be ridiculous, but I'm going to hold this up so you can see the pixelation. It definitely has pixelation. And that's at 7 volts. You could probably turn it down to 6.5 or even 6. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens at 6 volts. Just for fun. Let me dip here real quick, get a little bit more pigment. Oh, this is going to be super soft. I haven't tried it this low, so this is kind of the first on this speed. Yeah. Very soft and pixelated. I would need to do probably a little more practicing on that, but this is what a lot of artists are going for now, this real pixelated speckled look at the end of their ombre brows. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's change out needles. And I want to show you another technique. So I don't have my areola color here with me, but if you were going to do an areola and you wanted to pack color in, like maybe some diluted pigment, and you wanted to color pack, I'll turn my power up to about 7.5. And I want to show you what a great job it does at color packing. Again, this isn't diluted pigment, so it's going to look really concentrated. This is a Magnum needle. And you can see some nice concentrated color. It's not too concentrated. So I'm working pretty fast. So it does great color packing. So that's the Valhalla. Oh, one more thing. I might just pull a hair stroke for you, because there's a lot of people out there that want to know how it does on hair strokes. All you hair stroke artists. Again, I'm back to my single needle quadrant. And you've got the perfect hair stroke there. It's a tiny little quadrant, so you don't want a heavy, dark hair stroke. So, let me tell you something. I've had other machines that I absolutely love. And if you guys have watched my videos, you know what that machine is. I struggle with hair strokes with one machine because it has a lot of give to it. And what that means is when that needle hits the skin, it has a give to it, and the needle kind of bounces gently off the skin to give you soft looks. So it's a great thing if you're doing shading and pixelation and that kind of thing. But when you're doing hair strokes, you really don't want a machine that has give. You want a machine that can pull a line without, it's more direct, like a direct drive machine. So this pulls hair strokes very easily, which is very cool for all of you artists out there liking hair stroke brows with a machine. So that's really a good feature of the machine as well. Now, another machine that's out right now, I just want to talk about it a little bit because I know it's all the rage right now. By the way, this machine retails for $590, and it comes with a 1-year warranty. 1-year manufacturer warranty. I am selling the Valhallas. I have them on my website, cosmetictattoosupply.com. You can go there and purchase. And if you have any questions, let me know. Put them in the comments below. Please remember to like and comment on this video. I really appreciate it. And talk to you later. Bye.